Now we're just going to conclude this video by we're not going to take apart the cluster to show you the wires. We got a full thing that Kevin drew out, and we're just going to go quickly through it and show you how to wire up the automatic RSX cluster. I think it also works the same for the manual.
Yeah, it does.
Like I've explained it like the easiest way before in doing the RSX. Oh, I forgot my hat. To do the RSX dash swap, and pretty much I told you how we did it back in the day, but Kevin like did it like this thing is OEM, like every single wire was used. So
actually almost all the wires are used.
Yeah, because there's always a couple.
Only one I didn't use, which is going to be the immobilizer indicator, that little stupid flashing green light on the cluster. Yes. I didn't wire that up. So a lot of guys, what they'll do is just put tape over it, so it stops.
Yes.
Or it doesn't stop.
That's exactly what we did with this previous one.
It'll keep flashing. I figured out that if you didn't connect it, it wouldn't flash, and it doesn't need to be connected. So I didn't connect it. That's the only wire I didn't connect. But for the cluster, we'll explain right now.
All right, guys,
back to our board here. We're at our last part, the DC5 cluster wiring.
Hands down, one of the nastiest OEM clusters.
Big check mark, because this is going to be the last portion to this wiring long series episode.
Yeah, it's a freaking long one, but you know what? It's
educational.
It's very intuitive that you guys know this, because we just saved you guys a shitload of like Google searches and everything, and scratching your head and banging your head, and yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Lots of nights and hours that me and Paul were scratching our heads, sending each other messages, calling each other and being like, dude, I found this. No way, I found this. No, that's not the right thing. That's from another generation.
Yep.
Oh, damn it. And all kinds of swear words that Paul was saying. I never swore once, promise you guys.
No, I swore a lot. At one point I was like, maybe I should just like give up on this and just put the D series back on, but then I realized I had sold everything from the D series, so we kind of had no choice but to continue. And Kevin always reassures, like, just, you know, shut up and we'll get this.
We got this.
So we got this.
With that all being said, we do have this. It's a working swap. Everything works. Up and down shifts, reverse, neutral. Just no neutral drops yet, because...
Well, we don't know yet, because as we're filming this, the other video hasn't really come out.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because, and we don't know if people said, I swear to God, you guys better say no.
So yeah, with everything working, the next thing is going to be the RSX cluster to wire up in this vehicle. This is the old cluster, and with the old cluster, there's two plugs. There's going to be a green plug, and there's going to be a blue plug.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully you guys aren't colorblind. Blue, green. All right. Very, very simple. We're going to have the RSX cluster connector A. It's just a white plug. It's a white plug with 22 wires that connect to it. All right? There's two plugs also on that cluster. And then there is the B plug with 18 pins or 18 wires connected to it. All right, guys? So there's no way of mixing it up. 22 plugs or 22 pins on one plug, 18 pins on another plug. And this diagram here is exactly what everything, or exactly all the wires that need to be wired up. So A1 or port 1 is going to be empty. So when you're looking at it, you will see that it's empty. Oh, wait. Before we got to that, it is very, very crucial. I forgot to mention this in the buy this or get this at the scrapyard. If you're getting yourself a cluster,
cut the pigtails with a lot of wires. A lot of wires.
Pigtails with very, very long leads or very, very long wires. So essentially, the wire lead, make sure it isn't short like this.
Yeah, we only cut it short because
I needed these wires on the harness side. But if you can get them on the donor car side, get them as long as you can.
They get cut it right till you can't even reach.
Yeah, cut it. So make sure you guys get that, all right? Now, with that being said, let's get back to the wiring. We're gonna start off with the pin 22. The 22 pins here. The first slot, looking at the plug, the white one, it's gonna be empty. The second one next to it is gonna be empty. The third one is gonna be a black with a yellow wire. With a yellow stripe. That guy there, the function, or I wrote use for, but the function of it, it's a security indicator, all right? That wire there, you're gonna connect it to the ES1, EM2 cluster wiring connectors, okay? There's either gonna be the wires that you're gonna be connecting to are either gonna be in the green plug or they're gonna be in the blue plug. So I made it really, really simple here. Just find that wire, which is the yellow black, in the green plug. So we're gonna go to the green plug. Come on. All right, green plug. We're gonna find the yellow, the black yellow. So let's go look for it. Oh, there it is. Black with the yellow stripe. So just connect that. Literally connect the RSX black yellow to the green plug black yellow. And so on.
Literally, it's color for color.
Exactly color for color.
Exactly what I told you guys on the RSX dash swap. But
I did notice this generation of vehicle has two wires that were different.
Because it is an LCD cluster. So I didn't really know this because my Civic had the first gen cluster, which was just a basic analog cluster. And I didn't have any extra wires. The only extra wires I had was like 4 wires, but it was for the dimmer on the Type S model, on the center of the dash, the key, and 2 other stupid things that we didn't really need.
Yeah, I don't remember all the other
it's not important, but literally it was wire for wire. This cluster, on the other hand, so it's just like when you guys go from an analog cluster to this cluster on your EM2s, there's 2 wires you guys gotta repin, I believe, right?
No. Didn't have to repin anything.
Oh no?
No, because the RSX took in all the wires. It's just this harness, or sorry, this generation here, there's gonna be, I believe, 2 wires. Once you guys are reading the diagram, there's gonna be 2 wires that the wires are not color for color. So pay attention to which color you're connecting the wires to. Should we go through it? Each one individually?
Yeah, might as well.
All right, so we'll do the next one, which is gonna be number 4. It's gonna be a red wire with a black stripe. It's ignition input. It's green plug. We're gonna go to our green plug. Red wire, right here. Black plug, or black stripe. Connects to it. A5, red wire, blue stripe, high beam indicator. It's gonna be on our blue plug. So let's go find our blue plug. So, what are we looking for? We're looking for a red wire
with a blue stripe.
Right there, with the blue stripe. So, go through it and see exactly every single one. There's also a cruise control one.
That's the other wire, one of the other 4 that we can connect. Yes.
This one here, I connected it, but I didn't plug it into the cluster. I connected it because I didn't want it to just be a loose lead.
Yeah.
I connected it, but I didn't connect it to the to the cluster. If you want to connect it, go ahead, guys. It's just the indicator portion of it. The immobilizer one, which is this one right here.
A10?
A10. So you're gonna find A10 on the 22 pin. It's going to be a blue with an orange stripe, immobilizer indicator. It's going to be on the green plug. So we're going to go find the green plug.
There it is.
Where is our blue with orange?
Right there.
There it is on the top. So our blue with orange. This guy right here. I didn't connect this to the RSX ECU. I keep saying ECU. I didn't connect it to the RSX cluster because I didn't want that little flashing green light.
Yeah, it's stupid light.
So I removed it. So I actually just depinned it from the pin, or yeah, 22 pin on the RSX. If you guys want to put it on, you guys are more than welcome to install it.
But it's an annoying key.
You'll just see that constant green little flashing key.
And then you're gonna be so sick of it, like, why didn't I do it? And you're gonna do what I did when we first did the dash swap. I put electrical tape.
Yep. And then there is going to be another. Ooh. Okay. So number 11, after that blue and orange immobilizer one, you're gonna move to number 11, which is gonna be the the white red. The white red, it says here, splice and connect together with B6 white red plug. What I mean by B6 is there's also another white and red plug wire on the B side of the connector. You need to grab that wire and this wire from A connector and B connector and connect them together to, let's follow it, B6. It's gonna be the green plug, all right? Green plug. So let's find it. This white red. So this white red wire coming from the body harness side is gonna connect to the 2 wires on the RSX cluster. Okay, guys? So that is the only one I believe I had to splice. Yes, that is the only one I had to splice. All the other ones were straight connections. Just wire cut to wire cut, connect it, put some loom, tape, whatever it is that you guys want to use, heat shrink. We use heat shrink. But yeah.
You use electrical tape if you don't have heat shrink, like the old days. Just to note that if you guys are just doing the full RSX dash, because you guys are just like, hey, you know, I'm already there, might as well just do it. Heater control, same thing, wire for wire, man.
Oh, that's true, yeah, I totally forgot about that.
You're gonna lose one thing, like if you do it on an EEL, the auto mode.
Yeah, you'll lose
that. Even though the RSX has it, it doesn't work. Even people who have actually wired it like it's supposed to be wired, it doesn't work. So, and it sucks anyway, you don't need it anyway.
I wonder if it's to do with...
a resistor maybe?
No, it's probably to do with the in-car temperature sensor.
Probably.
Because that auto mode only works with knowing what
the temperature
inside the vehicle is. And that isn't wired up when you're doing that.
Yeah, and my Civic never even had one of those.
No, your Civic doesn't have one.
But the ELs...
The ELs would have it.
Yeah.
The RSXs have it.
And even...
the Civic doesn't have it, so you would have to wire it up yourself. And figure out where it goes into. Most likely it's going to go into the multiplexer inside the under the dash relay system. Maybe that's something we can look into later on, but as of right now,
dude, I can skip auto and just put regular heat on.
That's true.
And guys,
you don't even have heat anymore.
Yeah, I know, but since the surprise that we just found out on the ES1, we might want to.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? We might run the old setup. Well, we're gonna have to run the old kind of setup again.
We might go back to the old setup, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna make some more power again in this ES1.
Nice.
And
hearing about that.
all the billet stuff that we did on the K24A. I know this is EL stuff, but the K24A on the Spoon ES1. Guess what? Works on the K24A1. That's on a certain daily that we have. So no part gets unused.
Nice. Everything's gonna go on to the CRV.
I love having a K. But yeah, guys. If you're gonna do the heater controls, make sure you guys use the RSX plumbing to guide the heat where it needs to go to the proper vents, because the Mugen ELs and the ES1s and all that won't work.
Yeah, that's true. You need the right plumbing.
But or else it's just gonna be like the Spoon ES1 and heat's just gonna dissipate everywhere.
Yeah, it's gonna be different.
But it's difficult. Still, yeah, it's pretty nice and warm still. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. We're not gonna bore you. I'm gonna take pictures, post it, screenshot it. You guys know what to do. Yep. Guys, oh, there it is. It's been a really long video. We started this at like 3:30. It's 6 o'clock. It took us almost 2 hours.
almost 3 hours to go through everything and explain to you guys. Well, there was a lot of stopping and having to make sure everything was working.
But that's 3 hours we just took to explain everything to you. It was nights and days to figure out, to get to this point, to get everything to work for us.
It was definitely not 3 hours. I wish.
So guys, I hope you guys really appreciate the presentation Kevin has put for you guys. I really hope you guys appreciate the work this man has put, because he doesn't have to, as a professional automotive builder, fabricator, mechanic, whatever you guys want to label him as, he doesn't have to tell you guys this. He could have just been like, all right, Paul, you know, we just did the swap and yeah, whatever, who cares? Like a lot of people.
Yep.
Right? He didn't have to. He went out of his way because he wants you guys to know. You know what I mean? That's the difference. We want you guys to know. We don't care if you take it to somebody else or anything. As long as it helps somebody accomplish something, we're happy.
Yeah, we're looking to help the community, and knowing that there is a big following in the 7thGen community, like worldwide. Go ahead, guys. Use this. Use this information and
have fun with
around.
Yeah.
Have fun with it. Let's see more of these swaps out there.
Yeah, and then follow us on Instagram, and then DM us. We want to see your swaps. We want to see your swaps.
Share the content. And thank you very much for like following, because if you guys are watching this, most likely you're following us.
Yep.
If you aren't, hit that subscribe button.
Yep.
Yeah, follow us. Follow both of us. Check it out. There's going to be more content.
Oh yeah.
This being said, this is the last episode of
the automatic
kswap. Yeah. So from here on out, you're going to see driving videos, sends,
everything, and then obviously we're gonna add more onto the build, like, but that's not gonna be under the kswap. It's just gonna be just me gonna yell and constantly upgrading.
Yeah.
You know? So we're not stopping here by no means. Like, we have, especially the conversation we had, me, you, and David last night.
Oh yeah.
We got some for all three
some
cars.
Really cool stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, man. It's gonna really be cool so sick.
And we're like just freshly coming out of winter.
Yeah.
This is like the last weeks of winter.
And lockdowns. Things are finally coming out.
Things have always been open.
So guess what I'm able to freaking do? Yeah, I know, things have always been, but you know what I mean.
You don't care? You don't care.
Yeah, literally, we don't give a shit.
Well, yeah, I did it.
You, since day one, nothing's changed. Literally nothing's changed, man. But what has changed is, because when he went racing, and when he used to go racing last season, we weren't allowed to have spectators there.
That's true. Yeah, there was no spectators at any of our racing events.
So I couldn't record him and the team racing that crazy S2000.
Yeah, so that's a huge change already.
Yeah, and the fact that S2000's already changed a lot.
Oh,
a lot, and I haven't seen it yet. So that's the best part. I'm gonna see it when you guys see it. And so you're gonna get a full-out plutonic experience. Trust me, I've only seen it in its raw form. I can't wait to see its finished form. And we're gonna see this guy racing. I'm not gonna be there for the whole freaking 5 hours after racing, but
5 hours. I wish. It's not 5 hours. 8 hours of endurance racing a day. So
we'll be there for like 2 or 3 hours.
16 hours.
Until my stomach says I gotta take a crap, and then I'm gonna leave because I can't shit in public places.
That is true.
But yeah, guys, I just want to show you guys another level of the stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not a racer. I just have fun on the street with my car and everything like that.
Well, you travel to Mexico to have fun.
But I'm not a track driver. You know what I mean? Like I would like to, just to say I did it for myself, not to please anybody. But I really want to show you him and the team competing, because they compete. Like, this man races for hours at a time in an S2000.
We do a lot of
coming
cool
out
stuff.
Sweaty, and Tom, if you're watching this, I know you're watching this, sweaty. But guys, thank you very much for following the series. Like I said, I know we bombarded you twice a week with videos, so you guys were caught up to this moment. I hope you guys take something out of this.
Share it.
Show this man some flowers. This man deserves it.
Flowers, nice.
Yeah, this guy did a fucking awesome job, man. He made an idea reality.
Yeah, that's essentially what we do.
It's not we. It was all you.
You hit me up with an idea, and I'll tell you, yeah, no,
Yeah.
If we're able to do it. If we're not able to do it, I'll source out the person to help us with that idea if it's a good idea, because there's some ideas out there that are just like, it's not a good idea, man. Don't do that.
Anytime it involves a kswap, usually it's a good idea. Yeah. So now I'm pretend all 3 cars
kswap
are all kswap. I love Ks.
One comes with it. Stop.
Yeah, one comes with it. But I mean, like, technically we would kswap because we're gonna put a K in.
Eventually.
But yeah, guys, I like the kswap for your head.
Oh yeah. So there is gonna be
like
stuff happening.
Yeah, we're gonna do some crazy more stuff on the channel as it comes. You know, we got our friends builds and everything. Like, you think this is nice, and the spoon. Wait until you guys see David's car.
Yeah, David's been working on this car all winter long, and it looks badass, guys. I got to see it for the first time last week. Yeah, was it last week? Yeah, last week.
It's coming out.
And it looks pretty fire. He's got some cool things up his sleeve that's about to be launched in the up and coming weeks.
Yep. Like I said, we're just trying to make Canadian car scene more on the map and make Canadian YouTubers, you know, myself, Chris Lopes.
There's a lot of
They're
Canadian
small,
guys
like,
that are coming out.
And it's, you know, just hope the Canadian scene just rises up, man.
Yeah, just keep growing it.
Guys, I think we've done enough talking today.
Yeah, we did.
A lot. So here's the final result. Fully automatic K-swap, 7thGen in Canada. Big thanks to this guy, Mercerbuilt. Hit him up on the gram.
Thanks, guys.
If you're local and you guys want swaps, because I know a bunch of you have asked me, I can't give you guys prices of what you guys got to talk to him.
Yeah, shoot me a DM or send me a call. Or
And don't be like disheartened if you don't get a response right away. He's a busy man, but he gets back to it. Usually at nighttime, he usually responds to everybody when he has some downtime. So don't be discouraged. That being said, guys, like, comment, subscribe, follow this guy on the gram, share the content. Share the content, and then let this guy know if you should neutral drop the car.
And Ashley, you're gonna enjoy this thing.
Yeah, babe, I know.
Those forearms. Those forearms are gonna be huge.
But we promise you're gonna have the electronic steering in the spring. We promise.
Yeah, that's another thing. Look forward to that video, guys.
So that's why we didn't do it. We didn't do it because then we would take away from the swap and take away from that. And there's just too much stuff. So at least now you're gonna have a dedicated video to EPS steering and how to actually get it to work.
Yeah.
But
up and coming.
Guys, till the next one, we can finally say it. Just send it.
Just send it, guys.
And
peace.
Peace. Oh, my camera's about to die. Look.
Oh yeah.
Amazing. Peace.